on in. Come on in, ladies. Dr. Diana Lake here. I'm going to do a quick couple of fitness tips for you guys for today, for day 2. All right, we're going to be going for 21 days of fitness tips. So come on in. I got my across the bay 10K mug here for the Baltimore and, Maryland people, Chesapeake Bay. Hey, Nadia. Yeah, we're representing Maryland right now. Come on in. Okay, so I'm Dr. Diana Lake. I'm the creator of this group. I'm an emergency medicine physician and a fitness and weight loss coach and menopause wellness expert. I'm also a mom. Hey, lady. And to 2 boys. And I'm a special needs mom. I mention that sometimes because that just adds an extra level of complexity to my life. All the extra, things that we have to do for therapies and all the things that we do with the school. So it's just extra, right? And so I mention that because even with that, I still am able to get my workouts in. I'm still able to get, you guys see me posting it here in the group every week, right? 7 workouts, 6 workouts, 8 workouts. So the reason I mentioned that I'm going to all these different things personally, but I'm able to do this is because I've made it a priority. Okay? I've made it a priority that is super important to me to be able to take care of my personal well-being before anyone else, even before my kids. I know that might sound crazy for some people, but yeah. So my well-being, my wellness, my health, right? When I am in a good place emotionally, mentally, physically, then I can share, my gifts with other people. Hey, John, it was so good to see you today. So I'm going to come in here and just give you guys 2 tips. The tip I'm going to give you, the first one is the importance of deadlines. Okay? By when? In my emotional intelligence training that I've done over the years, I've done several different ones. There's this concept of by when. Okay? By when will it be completed? Okay? Hey, Jackie. So I want to introduce this to you. If you've never heard, this by when thing is, when is it going to be done? Put yourself on the hook. Like, I'm going to do my elliptical ride as soon as I get off this thing with you guys, right? So in my mind all day, I've known that I wanted to get it done, and I want to get it done before 8 o'clock. So the by when is 8 p.m. All right. So for you, you can say, I want to get my meal prep done on Sunday by 5 p.m. I want to get my workout done tomorrow morning by 7 a.m. By when, right? Get the by when, and that's your deadline. Why do you need the deadline? You need the deadline because it gives you rigor. It gives you urgency. It gives you a time bound around it, right? So it's not like, I can just do it whenever. It's got to get done by this time. So all of a sudden it puts an urgency and a fire, under your butt for you to go. But the thing is, it doesn't work if you don't respect it, right? It doesn't work if you don't respect it. If you say, I'm going to do it at 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock and you're just lollygagging, and to use my son Tom's term, he always says, Mama, you're lollygagging. We're going to be late. Let's go. If you're lollygagging, right, and you don't take it seriously, and the 8 o'clock time comes and goes, and you don't do it, then you're telling your brain, I'm not reliable, right? You're telling your brain, I'm not reliable. You're telling your brain, I'm not going to do it anyway. So then it's just a pattern, right? You follow that pattern of not showing up for yourself, not keeping your word with yourself, not being in integrity with yourself. And then it just kind of, permeates throughout the, everything else. If you're not going to do this, then the motivation's not going to be there, right? So all of it is tied in. So when you get the importance of setting a deadline for yourself, for your workouts, for your meals, when are you going to eat? You can set a deadline for that. I'm going to eat before 8 p.m. every night, right? And respect it. So if you don't respect it, then you're not going to be in integrity with yourself. You're not going to keep your word with yourself. And it's just something that happens in your brain that then says, I'm not reliable in fitness. I'm not going to get the goals, met. And it's just this self-fulfilling prophecy. You just, walk right through it and it doesn't work. Okay. Hey, Angelica. So that's it. The first one is keeping the deadline, understanding the importance of the deadline, and then respecting the deadline, being in integrity with your word. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, then renegotiate it with yourself for another time, but keep that second time, whatever it is. Okay? The next tip is asking yourself what's working. What's working, what's not working. You can do this with anything. What's working in your fitness? What's working in your romantic life? What's working in your work at work, your career? What's working with your family? What's working with your kids? What's working with anything? So ask yourself that question. What is working in my fitness right now? And what's not working? Right? So if you're consistent with your fitness, you're hitting personal goals, you're rocking it out, you're doing well, that's a win. Tap yourself on the back for that. Right? If it's not working, I need you to write it down. Put it in the chat. What's not working? Right? What's not working? Is it that you're not eating properly? Is it your nutrition that's not working? Is it consistency that's not working? Is it making excuses, right? Self-sabotage. Like, what isn't working? Get very clear on it and start addressing it. Because if you pretend it's not there, it just persists, right? So don't pretend it's not there. Don't resist it. Don't pretend. Just, acknowledge that it is what it is, and then acknowledge how are you part of it, right? Which part are you playing for this to not work? How are you showing up for this to not work? Like, own it. And then you get to work through it. So if this is the second part, all right? Like I said, you want to do this repeatedly. You can do it once a week. You can do it at the end of every day. You can do it at the end of, several days. But ask yourself that question, what's working? And cheer yourself up for that. And what's not working? And figure out why it's not. Okay? If you need more support around this, definitely, you can reach out to me. You can make an appointment. I have I think I only have 3 slots for this week left. I usually have a couple of slots a week for people who are serious and ready to, get support around their health and fitness and want to really meet their goals in the next 3 to 5 months. I usually would keep a couple of, appointments open to chat with those people and see if they're a good fit to work with me, one-on-one. Okay? So I'll put the link in the chat. And if that's something you think you want and you're ready for it, then go ahead and book the appointment. All right? But the 2 big things here is really stick with your deadlines. If you give yourself a deadline, stick with it. If you cannot stick with it, then renegotiate another time, but stick with that second time. Okay? And then ask yourself this question, what's working, what's not working, and figure out if it's not working. Hey, Rahel, figure out if it's not working, why? How are you playing a part in it, and what can you do about it? And who can you connect with to help you get through it and get to a solution? Okay? I hope this was helpful. If it's helpful, give me some thumbs, give me some hearts. Put it's helpful in the chat. Give me something. Give me some feedback. And let me know if there's any topic specifically you want me to talk about over these next 21 days. Put it in the chat as well. Say, hey, can you talk about whatever, consistency, motivation, nutrition, whatever. Put it in the chat so I know what's on your mind. What do you want to get support around so I can be giving you tips that actually make a difference for you, right? Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna do my workout, and then I gotta get out of here. So that's it. I'm Dr. Diana Lake, as I said, and I'm here to support you guys, get you from feeling drained, exhausted, and overwhelmed to fit, fierce, and fabulous. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.